Hello, everybody. A good day to you all today. I'm talking about Billions, season number 3, episode number 4, Hell of a Ride. This episode directed by John Dole. And here we have a lot of things going down. A lot of cool, interesting things. You get to see Bobby Axelrod as a Jedi Master or Sith Lord, whatever you want to call him. Maybe a little bit of both. And here's the thing. He's working alongside Oscar, who's played by Mike Birbiglia. Oh, he also is a comedian, very funny guy. And he has an idea for solar panels that's going to do a lot of good in Africa. Help them save with energy. It's going to help them give them power, a nice good resources. And Bobby, he goes to Bobby for help. But Bobby's in a little bit of legal trouble right now. We all seen this, and he has to be working on some people on the board, and he's part of the board. Excuse me. But everybody on the board hates Bobby, and so he's not sure his plan's going to work. But he wants to help him because he knows he's going to make a whole lot of money in the process too. So you got that going on, and then you have Wags, who's thinking about his future, well, his death really, and he wants to find a home for his body when he dies. And he found a patch of land that's open and available. He feels, oh, this would be the perfect place for him to be buried. And so he sets off to get to this land. He finds out somebody beat him to it. And so you see him trying to do everything he possibly can to make sure that when he dies, that land will be his. And you see that, and you see how that works out, and the action he takes to make sure this happens is just beautiful. Then you have what's going on with Taylor, who's running Bobby's company, Axel Corp. She's running that. She's in charge, and she gets involved with a deal with, like, I guess with what's going on with the astronauts, and this guy going in space, and this astronaut also was going with Wendy at the time. He's going with Wendy. They're not together anymore, but they did have an intimate relationship between one another. And so you have Tyler and you have Mayfie, who is like kind of rooting for him. They kind of like look at him like as a hero, and they admire what he's doing and the action he's trying to do to help save the world. And so they're all for it. But at the same time, if the thing tanks, if it doesn't go well, they profit from it at the same time too. And so you're dealing with Taylor's how she feels, because she's mostly like a robot, but you're seeing how she feels when things go bad. But at the same time, she's profiting from it, from this awful thing that happens, and you're seeing her guilt and her also at the same time, because she sees like a person who looked up to like a hero to her, but also his failure is also her reward, and it's so messed up, and the feeling she's having, and how she had to deal with that is just interesting to watch. Then you have Chuck. Oh, yes, you have Brian. And Brian found out that Chuck is involved in the whole scandal with the whole company with the fruit and the fruit juice, and it was Chuck money's involved, and how he used that to pretty much manipulate the situation so he could get Bobby to act a certain way to get the results that he wanted. And he knew that he's involved, and now that once Brian found out about that, he is going full force to find the truth. He's going full force, and he has his boss, Oliver, who's pretty much trying to do everything he possibly can to make sure that Brian stays on track. Because he found out the truth about Chuck and everything, he knows he's part of that too, and he's going to go down. Chuck's going to go down. The father's going to go down. Everybody who was involved is going to go down alongside Bobby. And the thing is, though, Bobby might get off because of that. So that's so messed up. And you have Chuck and his father not really getting along, forcing his father to pretty much work with him to make sure that the results that he wants happens. And the way that Chuck goes about it, and the thing that he does to make sure his father gets on board, is so messed up. And it was so beautiful at the same time too. Like, oh my gosh. And watching his father's response to this was also intense and very interesting. The acting on the show is always amazing. I mean, just watching Bobby, because the thing is though, this is not an action show. This is just a pure drama. But the intensity of their performances and everything they set up, how they manipulate certain things and certain people to get what they want, is like so intense. It's like it makes you feel like you ran a marathon just watching it. Like, oh, whew. And the things they're willing to do to make sure they get what they want and the way they go about it is like, oh my gosh. I mean, Bobby, for instance, his wasn't so dirty really. He had to make some sacrifices, but he used the fact that the board, who was part of this whole thing, they needed to get the money, hated him. They hated him. Especially even more so because of his legal issues. And so he used that to manipulate them to get the response that he wanted. So he wins. Even though in their minds he just lost. And if they wasn't so, if the hatred for Bobby wasn't so strong, they can see, because it was so obvious, that he was manipulating them. But then the interesting part is, you see Taylor's reaction to this. Knowing what Bobby did, but also she's profiting from it. So she's pissed off that Bobby kind of used her in a certain situation, but also understanding what's going on because it's helping her at the same time too. Like it's like so messed up. It's so weird. You got Bobby and you got Chuck, so much alike, both willing to manipulate people to get what they want and to go the distance, no matter how dirty or how low it may be. But as long as they get the results that they want, fine, whatever. If Bobby has to look at the bad guy to get the results that he wants, fine, whatever. You can hate me all day long. I don't give a rat's butt. I'm still making money. And you got Chuck, who's willing to sacrifice the relationship with his father to get what he wants. And the thing is, though, now Bobby doesn't feel no guilt about it. Now Chuck tried to act like he's more withdrawn, but he feels it. And he knows that how messed up it is. But the thing is, though, even though he knows how messed up it is, and he's going to carry that with him and for the rest of his life, he's still willing to go through with it. So another great episode. Really did enjoy it a whole lot. Just watching these actors perform and do their thing. I mean, with a little bit of humor, watching Wags in action, going against his lawyer. I mean, watching Bobby do his magic, and also watching Chuck. The one things he's willing to go through just to get what he wants is like just amazing and it's fun to watch. Intense, dramatic, messed up. But at the same time, you understand it too. Like, wow. Well done. The storytelling on the show is just well done. The writing on the show is fantastic. The acting, mwah. I love it. So leave your comments down below. Let me know what you thought about this episode of Billions. If you haven't watched it, check it out for yourself. Don't take my word for it. Hopefully when you watch it, you will love it. You will enjoy it. Have fun watching it too. So give my channel a big like, the thumbs up. Bink! And subscribe to my channel and share. Also the bell at the bottom to get notified every time I make a video. So like I always say, in my dreams and in real life, I am the Ninja Rabbit. Peace out, peoples.